All right, we got some Roto-World player news starting here with a big one. This is from NFL insider Jordan Schultz reporting that Texans running back Joe Mixon will miss multiple weeks of training camp with a foot injury, but we did get to hear from D'Amico Ryans this week on Joe Mixon's status.
Nothing's changed with Joe. Joe is still working, in the background. I know we get reports about Joe. Nothing's changed. He's still working. Whenever it's time for Joe to be back, he'll be back. Right? I know a lot of people want to report a lot of things about guys with injuries. My thing is this: are you really concerned about our guys? Or are you really just trying to get something out there? Our guys are working, and it's always sensitive to me because I've been there. I've went through that. So it's not just to report something. Like, I want people here who truly care about our guys. I care about our guys and what they're doing throughout their process, and it'll continue to be that way.
Yeah, it's concerning, right? I mean, I currently have him at RB20, number 51 overall, and I think, when I do a rankings update this week, I'll probably drop him a little bit further. I wish I knew, I wish you knew a little bit more about how Nick Chubb was this year, because obviously he didn't look great at the end of last year, but maybe another year healthier. A lot of miles on Joe Mixon. He's 29 years old. Like, he's been a fairly durable running back throughout his NFL career, which is both good and bad. The bad part being that there's a lot of mileage there. He's now entering his, he'll be 30. He'll be 30 in less than a year. So he just turned 29 last month. So
I like to think that.
And again, we've talked about the offensive line too. Sorry, go ahead.
If Joe Mixon does end up missing some time into the season, which we don't know, obviously, it'd be nice to see Nick Chubb get something back of what he had. He's another year removed from that brutal leg injury. So the Texans had to have known or seen something to bring him aboard. Right. The thing is, they didn't bring him aboard to be a full workhorse lead running back. That's the thing. They brought him in to relieve Joe Mixon, so that's going to be the issue. Is Nick Chubb still the 20-carry guy, or can he be that for at least a few weeks or something?
Although here's the other thing, though. The other concern, again, is we're talking specifically about Mixon. What if Nick Chubb does still have it? What if Nick Chubb is now a full year now removed from the injury and he does have it, and now this entire offseason, like, everyone loves Nick Chubb. Like, when healthy, Nick Chubb is as good as it gets. And so what if over the next month people are like, damn, Nick Chubb's back. Right. And so now all of a sudden Joe Mixon comes up to like, yo, Joe, we're gonna split this 50-50. And now he's suddenly in a timeshare as opposed to just a depth piece, because Chubb's now got a real opportunity to, take the ball and run with it.
A couple of news items here that we're going to be keeping an eye on over the next month. Adam Schefter reported Rashee Rice has been sentenced to 5 years probation and 30 days of jail time that could be served during those 5 years, stemming from his role in a multi-car crash in Dallas. So potential Rashee Rice suspension coming down the line here. Jordan Addison has decided to plead guilty to a lesser included vehicular offense. And then one that we will keep an eye on throughout all of camp. Browns GM Andrew Berry acknowledged Thursday that the Browns may not see Quinshon Judkins on the field at training camp for a while. So the Browns backfield will kind of in flux right now.
Dylan Sampson moved up to running back 42 for me. I moved up Jerome Ford to running back 52 based on the fact that we don't know the availability of Judkins as of yet.
NBC Sports Now is our free 24/7 streaming channel. You can get NFL news and all the biggest stories in sports starting at 7 a.m. with PFT Live, The Dan Patrick Show, The Dan Le Batard Show with Stu Gotts, Fantasy Football Happy Hour with Matthew Berry, and Cris Sims Unbuttoned. Just go to NBCSports.com/now.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and Rotoworld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.